Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Gnome Reviews here. Today we're just going to be taking a brief look at a couple different compact 9mm pistols. Before I go into either one of them, let's just go over the round count just to start off. So on top, we've got the Glock 19 Gen 3. I've got like over 800, closer to 900 rounds, 853 I think to be exact. So 853 total rounds on the Glock 19 Gen 3, and then 2,908 rounds on the HK Vp9Sk, and this is a 2018 model. So I would say the age on both pistols is relatively similar when they, were released. I'm not gonna say that for sure, but based on what I know, they're not far apart. Anyhow, the reason I'm comparing these two pistols is just because they both potentially have the same magazine capacity, similar in size, weight, stuff like that. So I just wanted to do a brief comparison of these two pistols. So for the people that aren't going to spend the time listening to me talk about these two, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you I prefer the HK Vp9Sk. That's this 2018 model. It's not optic ready, over the Gen 3 Glock 19 all day, every day. Both of these pistols are completely factory, except the HK Vp9Sk 2018 has Trijicon extended range night sights. So you've got the tritium rear and the orange front post. Highly recommend the Trijicon XRs. The reason that I prefer the HK, since I've already mentioned it, the reason I prefer the HK Vp9Sk over the Glock 19 Gen 3 is the trigger. So the trigger is why I prefer the HK Vp9Sk over the Glock 19. I will say the Glock 19 has a lower bore access. The HK Vp9Sk, all the triggers, all the controls are more beefed up. So just for example, look at the Glock 19 Gen 3 here. Look how tiny this magazine release is. On the HK Vp9Sk, it's beefed up. It's a lot bigger. So it's easier to, if you decide to go that route. Everyone always recommends that you pull the slide from the rear, but anyhow, also ambidextrous. You can either side with the Vp9Sk. Now I'm not going to be able to lock the slide back because I would have to set the camera down then, so that's going to stay that way. We'll go ahead and do it with the Vp9Sk, just so you guys, the Glock 19, so you guys can see. So a little bit smaller here. Standard white dot sights. Both pistols are empty, as you see. With the Vp9Sk, this is the magazine that I carry with it. It's a 13 round magazine, and I've got 115 grain Underwood Extreme penetrators. 13 plus 1, so 14 rounds for the Vp9Sk, typically the way I have it. But also I have a 15 round magazine here with the 50 grain Liberty Civil Defense 50 grain plus P ultralights. And then I have a 10 round that I also keep. So those are the three that because I've carried, this has been my concealed carry pistol every day since 2019. The 2018 HK Vp9Sk. I have the most rounds on it, but I haven't shot it much at all lately. Since I've been trying to get into armed security work, I got this Glock 19 during class, and I shot it ever since. So I just shot the Glock on the HKV. I brought them both to the range yesterday so I could, because I wanted to shoot this to compare it since it had been so long. I wasn't going to do this video without shooting both of them first. So the main thing I noticed is the Glock trigger is just absolutely terrible. I'm not going to say a different word. It's just not good. It's real spongy. it's broke. This one's broken in a little bit, but you've got this. The way I do it is I put the trigger, I put my sights on target. You pull this trigger, and then you've got a wall that you can pull it back to. And it's just, I'm trying not to swear. It's a bad trigger, okay? I don't like the trigger in the Glock. Now, in comparison, the VP9Sk from HK, well, you see, I just pulled it there. The point is, it's a lot less of a take-up, and then you've got a way better reset. I need to get my target, so y'all are gonna have to bear with me. If I can, what did I do with this target? Here it is. Hold on, y'all. All right. Give me a hard time. All right, sorry, you guys. See the head here? That's all the HK Vp9Sk. The Glock 19, I kind of bounced between the two rhythm circles here, just back and forth. These other shots are from my FN57 pistol in here and right here, so don't pay attention to that. But I shoot the HK Vp9Sk considerably better than the Glock 19 Gen 3, purely because of the trigger. So sorry I didn't have that target out already, but I just wanted to show you guys because I did shoot them both yesterday, one after another. Same ammunition. I used the Federal 115 grain full metal jacket champion target ammo. It was a 200 round range pack, and I used 50 rounds on each pistol, just so you guys know. I mean, some of you will probably say, oh, well, you've got almost 3,000 rounds on the VP9Sk. Of course, you're going to say it's better than the Glock 19. But I'm sorry. I mean, I've never been a real Glock fan. I hate to, you know, ride HK that way, you know, but I'm sorry. I'm going with HK over Glock every single time. And the main reason is for the modularity and I honestly prefer this paddle magazine release. So with the Glock 19, the Gen 3, you got quite a small magazine release here. That's the main problem. I'm probably going to get a Gen 4 and then get rid of this Gen 3. If I don't, I might keep it, but I want to get a Gen 4 because I don't like this little magazine release. So if you're going to get a Glock 19, I recommend that you get a Gen 4 or a Gen 5. But I don't like the Gen 5s. I prefer the finger grooves because I have smaller hands. So I'm going to get a Gen 4. Anyhow, just remember, both of these are completely factory minus night sights on this. So I prefer the HK factory trigger over the Glock. Like I said, I've gotten used to the paddle magazine release, so I prefer that as well over the button. You can get the HK Vp9Sk in a button version if you prefer a button over the paddle, but it comes standard with a paddle, full size or compact. Now, another thing that I want to mention is the grip. Let me switch hands here. So with the HK Vp9Sk, I've got these small side panels and back strap because I have smaller hands, so I'm able to get a lot better of a purchase on it. The Gen 3 Glock 19, you can't mess with the grip at all. You get what you get. Because I have smaller hands to come around on it, I don't get as much of a good trigger squeeze as far as location, but I still shoot it just fine. The main reason that I wanted to do this video, I'm about to come up on 10 minutes, so I'm getting ready to let y'all go. I didn't want it to be this long. The main reason I wanted to do this video is I couldn't believe how much better this HK Vp9Sk shot. I couldn't believe how much better I shot it than the Glock 19 Gen 3. And the reason I say it that way is because I've been shooting this Glock 19 Gen 3 constantly. Like I said, I've got about getting close to 1,000 rounds on it. Hadn't shot this in a long time, you know, since probably the end of 2023, November, I think it was, when I looked in my logbook. But Yesterday, I shot this so well. I mean, you guys saw the target. I shot this pistol so much better than I shot this one. So it just reinforced why I carry the HK Vp9Sk. If I had to pick one of these and I could only take one, I'm taking the HK Vp9Sk all day, every day. A lot of people that are Glock fanboys are gonna hate on me for that, but it is what it is. So I know they have a Glock performance trigger, but for work and stuff, you have to leave everything 100% factory, but you can have night sights after you qualify. So, I mean, technically, if I could get a holster for it, I could use this for work potentially. Anyhow, we're going on 11 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. That was just my short little brief comparison of the HK Vp9Sk and the Glock 19 Gen 3 2018 model here. Gen 3 on the Glock 19 Gen 3. Anyhow, I'm going to let you guys go. The only thing that I didn't really go over was barrel length. We're about at a 4-inch barrel here, 3.39 here, so they're close in barrel length. And size-wise, everything is similar to me. That's why I did this comparison. So, anyhow, I hope you guys, if you've watched this long, I really appreciate your support. More stuff to come. Please, for me, like, comment, subscribe. If you've got any concerns, comment below, or any questions, feel free. I'm happy to answer any questions, but I'd really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. Gnome Reviews out.